Our intro song reminds me of Mr. Torg in his DLC. Very good.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The News You Knew Already with us, Lewes and Nick from And Now Just Listen. This episode is for July 6, 2015. Let's go! First up on the docket, we've got some Star Citizen bad news. This week, the company announced that the FPS module is going to be delayed indefinitely. They've run into several issues in networking and some gameplay that they're not happy with, and have decided to take extra time to get it all ironed out. The big problem is that this was supposed to come out after PAX in April, and they're just now making the announcement of these problems. When dealing with people that have spent a lot of money to back your project, being less than forthright about the issues facing your game isn't very cool. Cloud Imperium needs to focus their efforts on being forthright when there are issues. Issues are going to happen, but trying to hide behind a wall and not tell anybody about them is not okay. So here's hoping that that's no longer an issue, or the community's trust may begin to wane. However, I'm pretty doubtful because based on the comments on that article, nobody seems to care that this module is getting delayed. It may affect development on the rest of the project, but it looks like they're going to try to move forward and release updates on the current modules, and we'll see what happens. There's no timetable for release on the FPS module as of yet.
All right, we got a lineup for July's free games for both the Xbox and PlayStation systems. For Xbox One, in the beginning, we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag and So Many Me with some green alien-looking baubles. Xbox 360 is getting Plants vs. Zombies. If you haven't played that on however many platforms, that's out. And Gears of War 3 coming up for getting ready for the remake and the new one. For PlayStation, we got Rocket League. Woo! Yeah! Styx, Master of Shadows, which is basically poor man's Assassin's Creed. And Mousecraft, which is a stupid puzzle game, I think. That Mousecraft is for all the systems. The other two are for PS4 only. Entwined for all the systems. It's like a little... It's an indie game that was made by like students, I think. It was like their student project. It's kind of cool. It's alright. Rain, not to be mistaken with Heavy Rain. Rain is about a ghost child in the rain looking for a ghost girl. A ghost boy looking for a ghost girl. That's on PS3. And Geometry Wars 3 for PS Vita. So look for that. Look for those games at the beginning of this week. The PlayStation ones are going to be on Tuesday. And Xbox are going to be half of them in the beginning and half of them in the middle. All right.
Hot on the heels of the announcement that they are indeed helping Shenmue with its Kickstarter, Sony has announced that the company at large is getting into the crowdfunding game. They've launched a website that is only in Japanese that's called First Flight, which is basically to help crowdfund startup ideas. Game Informer ran an article that I read up on to try to get some information because the website's entirely in Japanese. I'm still not real clear what's going on with this website, but it's interesting to note that Sony is getting into crowdfunding new ideas. I don't know what to make of this other than it's a thing, and it's real weird that Sony's seems to be going all in on the crowdfunding right now.
With E3 out of the way, Xbox is looking forward to Gamescom in Cologne, Germany. That starts August 6th through 9. They're going to have a really big presence as opposed to PlayStation, who's looking towards the Paris Game Show a little bit later than that. Look for Crackdown, Quantum Break, and Scalebound for games that they'll be showing off there. I'm surprised they didn't just show it off at E3, but they got to spread out the news. They're going to have a booth there. They're going to have their own press conference. The press conference for Gamescom will be held on Tuesday, August 4, Pacific time. It's going to be 7 a.m. So I'm not waking up that early, but we're going to look at it later. So stay tuned for more news from Xbox. They look like they got more stuff coming, so we're excited for that.
This week, Valve put out a statement saying that Steam will not be returning scammed items from the item marketplace. Scamming's been a problem for a while now. People like to try to sell fake items to others on the marketplace, and it makes people upset because those items go for a high price, especially the rare ones. But Steam has decided that because rare items get assigned a value based on the number in circulation, they don't want to add items to the marketplace and decrease their inherent value. They encourage customers to go read their FAQ on the Steam marketplace and become educated and informed consumers in the marketplace. While it's a shame for people who are victimized by scamming, it's understandable that Valve doesn't want to dilute the marketplace, and good on them for trying to help people be as informed as they can when making purchases. Let's throw it over to Nick for this week's new releases.
So oddly enough, we have some new releases for this week. Battle Fantasia Evolved Edition. That's different than Fantasia Music Evolved, or whatever the hell that was. What is that game called? I don't even remember. Fantasia. I really want to say Fantasia Music Evolved. Anyway. Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions Evolved. Wow, a lot of evolving games. Yeah. Evolution's making a comeback after Jurassic. No. Evolved is not a game coming out this week. NekoBuro CatsBlock. Something I'm going to be picking up. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. Pneuma Breath of Life for PS4. Rocket League, which is an actual cool game that's coming out. Everyone should try it out, especially since it's going to be free on the PS4. Smite Open Beta. I could have sworn that was like available. Oh, okay, closed beta. So now we're in open beta. So if you have an Xbox One, check out a cool MOBA. I mean, prize pool for that stuff is pretty awesome. And the Red Solstice for PC. Cool stuff in July. Basically Rocket League. And Smite. Yeah, Rocket League's pretty cool. All the guys at ANJL love it, except me, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not into soccer rocket car things. Other than that, great week. Stay tuned for more news from us here on our YouTube channel. We have our podcast, And Now Just Listen, on Spreaker and iTunes. Email the podcast at andnowjustlisten@gmail.com. Twitter at ANJLTweets. And our blog post will be on andnowjustlisten.wordpress.com. Look for some really cool stuff this week. Hopefully, we'll find out. Yeah, this week. Okay. Lewes is nodding his head yes. Thank you for listening and watching. We hope to see you guys next week. Wow.